action! Hi guys, well today I'm going to make a mallet using Lego, concrete and epoxy. I'm Linn and this is the Darbin Orvar channel. So I began with making a small mold out of Lego. And I really like how easy it is to make this any size you'd like. And this seemed like a good size. So I placed a piece of walnut in the middle, and then I mixed up some mortar mix. And I used this instead of concrete mix because I want this nice and smooth without any pebbles in it. So just mixing that up. And then I started packing it in the Lego box around the walnut. Pressing it down with my finger, trying to remove any air pockets, and then filling it all the way to the top. Making sure the walnut is square here. Then a few hours later I'm carefully removing it from the mold and taking the Lego apart. And of course you can always spray the Lego first with some vegetable oil to make it even easier to remove, but this wasn't too bad. And then lastly, getting it off the plate. And that has a nice weight to it. Now, time to make some epoxy up here. So just blending this up. And I'm applying a pretty thick coat on each side with a pencil here. And I'm trying to make sure I apply a liberal yet smooth amount on the sides, and especially on the edges. So covering all of the concrete. Then letting it dry overnight. The next day I'm shaping the handle here, and I'm using a spoke shade, which is one of my favorite tools. Just making sure the handle is nice and smooth to grab without any sharp corners. Also doing the very end part here. Then a little sanding, starting coarse and moving finer. And finally I'm applying some of my tung oil beeswax polish for a nice finish. And let's try it out. So it works really well. It has a great weight, a great feel. The epoxy makes it feel almost a little rubbery, and it really encapsulates the concrete very well. Now I use this quite a bit and there's barely a mark on the mallet. So this was one of those projects that kind of came out of something else. I wasn't planning for it, which sometimes is really a lot of fun. And you know, it may seem like this wouldn't be a good idea, but it actually works really well. And I really like the heft of it. It's really nice and heavy, and I think it would be really awesome for fine chisel work when you want to get really close to the chisel or the gouge or whatever. I also really like how you don't need a lot of tools to build this. It's super cheap, and you can also adjust the mold to make it any size or shape that you want to make it fit your needs. Of course, you can always recoat it in epoxy if you ever need to do that. So I thought this was kind of a fun project, and I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it because it really feels great. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time here so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And yeah, I also want to really thank my patrons for supporting my work. I really appreciate it, and I have a really good time to make my Patreon vlog each week where I go over a little bit about what's going on. So yeah, if you would like to support the channel, I'll put a link to my Patreon page below and you can go and check it out. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.